The Battle of the Atlantic was one of World War II's most critical campaigns. German U-boats, the submarines of the Kriegsmarine, prowled the seas, targeting Allied convoys carrying troops, food, and weapons. By 1943, they had sunk over 2,000 ships, threatening to choke off Britain's lifeline. The Allies needed an aircraft that could patrol vast distances, detect submarines, and strike with precision. Enter the consolidated B-24 Liberator. Why the B-24? It had a range of over 2,800 miles, could carry tons of ordnance, and was already in mass production. Over 18,000 were built, making it the most produced bomber of the war. But there was a problem. The B-24 was designed for high-altitude bombing and air-to-air combat, not low-altitude maritime patrols. Its guns were optimized to fend off enemy fighters, not to strafe submarines on the ocean surface. Early in the war, the U.S. Navy adopted the B-24 with minimal changes, designating it the PB4Y-1 Liberator. These patrol bombers proved effective, closing the mid-Atlantic gap, a deadly stretch of ocean where convoys lacked air cover. But as the Germans adapted, the B-24's weaknesses became clear. Let's see how the enemy forced the Allies to rethink their strategy. According to a declassified April 1945 intelligence report from the Chief of the Air Staff, U-boats stopped diving when spotted by Allied aircraft. Instead, they stayed on the surface, fighting it out with deck guns and anti-aircraft weapons. This change made them harder to sink with depth charges, as submarines could maneuver and return fire. The PB4Y-1 Liberators were suddenly at a disadvantage. Their armament, primarily defensive turrets for air-to-air combat, lacked the forward-facing firepower needed to suppress U-boat deck crews. A single machine gun in the nose, often operated by the navigator, was all they had for strafing. As a June 1943 anti-submarine command report noted, aircraft had the upper hand in these engagements. A fast-moving plane was a tough target for a submarine's unstable gun platform, and the plane's fire was far more accurate. But the PB4Y-1 needed more punch. The U.S. Navy's anti-submarine command responded swiftly. They ordered modifications to give the B-24 enhanced forward-facing firepower, better armor, and improved visibility for low-altitude attacks. By August 1943, 30 modified B-24s were delivered, equipped with twin 50-caliber machine guns in a new nose turret. These guns were a game-changer, allowing pilots to strafe U-boat conning towers and deck crews as they approached for depth charge or rocket attacks. So what exactly did these modifications look like? Let's break it down. The B-24's transformation into the PB4Y-1 Liberator was all about adapting to the anti-submarine role. The most significant upgrade was the addition of a powered nose turret with twin 50-caliber M2 Browning machine guns. Unlike the original nose, where a navigator could barely wield a single gun, the new ERCO Model 250 ball turret was operated by a dedicated gunner using a handheld controller. The turret had a wide range of motion, 70 degrees down, 85 degrees up, and 80 degrees left and right, perfect for targeting U-boat deck crews. The bombardier's compartment was also revamped. It was expanded to improve visibility, with new windows offering a 120-degree forward view. Bullet-resistant transparencies, 1.5-inch thick laminated glass, protected the crew, while half-inch steel armor panels shielded their bodies and quarter-inch panels guarded their feet. The bombardier, stationed below the turret, used a Mark 9 reflector gun sight to track targets, a simple but effective tool for strafing. Each turret held 1,200 rounds of ammunition, ensuring sustained firepower. For missions where fighter attacks were unlikely, the upper turret could be swapped for an Astrodome, reducing weight and improving navigation. Low-altitude bomb sights, like the Norton, were added for precise depth charge drops. These changes made the PB4Y-1 heavier, but faster and deadlier against surfaced U-boats. By 1944, the Navy took it further with the PB4Y-2 privateer. This fully navalized version had a stretched fuselage, a single tall vertical stabilizer for better low-altitude stability, and 6 twin 50 caliber turrets, 2 dorsal, 2 waist, nose, and tail. The privateer's teardrop-shaped ERCO waist turrets could pivot 55 degrees up and 95 degrees down, offering unmatched defensive coverage. It also carried advanced radar, like the APS-2, and could deploy the ASM-N2 back glide bomb, a radar-guided weapon that sank Japanese ships from miles away. The privateer entered combat in early 1945, dominating the Pacific theater. These upgrades weren't just technical. They changed the tide of the war. Let's see how. The modified B-24s, especially the PB4Y-1 and PB4Y-2 privateer, were pivotal in the Battle of the Atlantic and beyond. Their enhanced forward firepower allowed crews to suppress U-boat deck guns, making depth charge and rocket attack safer and more effective. Squadrons like VPB-108, operating from Pacific bases like Iwo Jima, used their nose turrets to sink small enemy ships, with some crews claiming up to 40% more sinkings thanks to added 20mm cannons. In the Pacific, privateers flew long-range patrols from the Philippines and the Marianas, using radar to spot Japanese submarines and ships at night or in poor weather. Their versatility, handling reconnaissance, anti-shipping, and even signals intelligence missions, made them indispensable. Tragically, their dangerous missions came at a cost. 61 privateers were lost between October 1944 and August 1945. The PB4Y-2's legacy extended beyond World War II. 7 squadrons served in the Korean War, and the Coast Guard used unarmed P4Y-2Gs for search and rescue until 1958. Even after retirement, some privateers fought wildfires as air tankers until 2002, when maintenance issues grounded them. Today, survivors like the Pima Air and Space Museums, who number 59819 stand as testaments to their enduring impact. The B-24 Liberator's journey from high-altitude bomber to U-boat hunter is a story of adaptation and ingenuity. Through nose turrets, enhanced armor, and advanced radar, the PB4Y-1 and PB4Y-2 turned the tide against German U-boats and Japanese shipping. Their crews braved stormy seas and enemy fire to protect Allied convoys, proving that even a bomber could become a maritime legend. What do you think made the B-24 such a versatile platform? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button and subscribe for more World War II aviation stories. For more on the Battle of the Atlantic, check out our series playlist, linked below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.